This is for those who'd like a moment.
We're back on the Good Bit podcast, and today I'm joined by two people who have been on every single episode for over a year now. So you're going to get bored of hearing them, so I'm not even going to bother. Thanks for listening. I'm joking. They have been on the show, but not as a guest, not as a host, in a different sort of way, not in a sort of that sounds really shady, by the way, in a different sort of way. Basically, these two boys here, they do the theme song to the podcast. It's Leo and Sal from Taped Live. Welcome to the show.
Hello. This is what we sound like.
This is like the biggest moment of Taped Live's career.
Up until this point.
Up until this point, even though they've sold out shows, they've sold tickets.
Well, we've sold some tickets.
Sold some tickets.
A CD or two.
And some merch. They're actually giving out merch for free.
Because no one wants them.
But now they're here on the Good Bit podcast. No, hello, welcome to the show. Thank you for doing this. I'm always have to be surrounded by movie people and actors, so it's kind of nice to be talking to other people. But yeah, you do the theme song of the show.
We do the theme song, yeah.
Yeah, but we use the same recording every single time.
Yeah, it's not us live.
It's not used actually live every time, so you're not actually here. That'd be a good idea, actually. We could maybe do that. We were going to do that. We were planning on doing an acoustic version of the song, and then we realised how much work that was going to be. Or at least I realised that, and I was like, there's no point. And plus, I'll only get this microphone.
We might get around to it at some point.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Cool. But how are you doing? How are you feeling good? Enjoying the summertime?
Yeah, it's been great.
In fact, no, yeah, I hate it. Actually, it's not been good.
You hate the nice weather?
Yeah, it's too hot, far too hot.
It was absolutely chucking it last night though.
Yeah. Well, I was just in Florida, and it's one of those ones where it's sore head weather. It's so warm.
40 degrees.
And then you get back here, and it's like, oh, it's still kind of nice, but it's kind of refreshing to see the rain and stuff. But
yeah.
Sunny Glasgow.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. Yeah, we did all the main touristy attractions.
Universal Studios.
Yeah, you ever been?
I have a couple of times. Yeah, it's awesome.
See, that last time I was there was 2008, so it's 10 years ago. I was like, oh my god, I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
And plus my sister was so young and stuff, she won't remember even being there. So
we've got the new Harry Potter stuff.
The new Harry Potter stuff, and that's another thing. So back then I hadn't seen the films, and obviously like there was only a few of them out back then, but so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But now that I've seen the films and I'm kind of like a fan of it, we've done a podcast about it and stuff. It was surreal. See you walking around Harry Potter world, and
yeah,
it was mental.
Getting the ones and the butterbeer and
yeah, the butterbeer was good. It's
kind
of like a frappuccino.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
Mom hated it.
When did you go?
I've been a few years in a row. But
right, okay.
Yeah.
You go for it every single day.
Not every single day. We alternate with Spain.
You don't go on holiday, you go to Florida.
Yeah.
I alternate with Spain as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were planning on going somewhere next year and stuff, and like, oh, what about Spain? I was like, why Spain again? I want to go somewhere different. But anyway, here's a question right off the bat. If you could pick one country to play in, where would it be?
Oof.
Oh, that just came to me there.
That's a good question.
I'd love to do a show in America. We wouldn't
I mean,
like one of the big festivals.
Yeah.
Would be
Yeah.
Like
what's it called? Coachella.
Coachella.
Or Lollapalooza.
What about what's the one, the heavy metal one in like Germany? The Wacken or something? Wacken? Don't know, because it's like there's download here and then there's the thing. So
that would be awesome.
We'd be a bit of a place at a heavy metal festival.
No, but still, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be nice to be.
We could do just some of the heavy songs. We play like 2 songs and then we'd be off.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened with us is that we go back many years.
We're good friends for way back. Yeah.
Because I remember, obviously, the first time I met Leo, would you say vocalist? What do you say? What do you call yourself in the
I
band?
make noise out my mouth.
Make noise out your mouth.
And play some guitar.
And
it's the front man.
The front man. The front man of the band.
Man.
The front man of the duo. Yeah, we met on the first day of high school.
Yep.
And I walked into the room, whatever, and we were told, go and sit at a table where there's 2 people you don't know.
Is that what it was? Is that what you told?
So you were already sitting down, so I don't know if you were just...
So I could have sat at like any
You could sit anywhere. But you got me.
Yeah.
So I walked in and then we obviously became friends from there. Sal, I don't remember where I met you.
At the park, probably through Lewis, because I came and joined you guys after I'd been speaking to Lewis.
That's right, because you had no friends at all.
Pretty much, still don't.
I was going to say there's much change.
I was friends with you, and then I introduced you to everyone, including Chris.
Yeah. Because we had a wee group that we all kind of. You know what? See, looking back, I think we were quite a creative bunch.
It was a good bunch.
Yeah.
Because we could have been away doing drugs, we could have been
On
drinking
the streets,
and smoking.
all
you
that
know,
cool stuff.
all the
I
cool
wish we
stuff that
did.
people did in school. And then what we did instead is we'd go to this wee park at lunchtime and we'd come up with skits and stuff like that. And
Could you call them skits?
I don't know, we were just improvising a lot of times. And sometimes it was gold, sometimes it was nothing.
There was some talk.
Most of the time it was nothing.
Yeah, most of the time it was nothing. But eventually that came to an end and that's no more and it's never going to be spoken about again.
That's it, done.
That's it, done. And now we're here. I started doing the YouTube stuff and the podcast stuff, and you guys went and did the band. But since it is the first time you are on the show, to get familiar with the listeners, I asked you to prepare a wee top 5. Since this is a movie podcast,
Yes.
and I'm sure you've watched a movie in your life before,
One or two.
one or two, can you give me your top 5 favourite movies of all time?
Sure.
Oh, this is a ghost in here. Oh my god. Oh, that was the door. Hang on. Right, top 5 movies of all time. You want to go first?
I shall go first. Number 5.
Got a countdown.
Go for it. In order's good.
In order, top 5. So 5th best movie
Ever.
ever, Shawshank Redemption.
Nice, okay.
Because it has to be on there somewhere, but there's other ones that are higher.
That's a good,
I like it a
good
lot,
call.
so it's there.
Good call.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we doing it? You want to go 5 now?
No.
Yeah,
you do-
no, be interested. Do 5 and you.
I don't
do
really have a
5.
set 5 though. I was just gonna be like, well, these
So-
are good. I've got like right,
So I've prepared.
right. So I've got 3, but
3.
they're all
Prepare top 5 movies. I have 3.
But
That's my number 5, so my number 3 is.
right. Any Star Wars movie,
That's fine, I'd say that as well.
because that counts as like 7 or 9 now. Or
Yeah,
what,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
That's your 5.
So that's
Okay.
yeah. Well, yeah,
That's will be interesting then.
Yeah.
yeah. Because you're gonna say that's your 1.
Well, we'll see where the number.
Well, that's my
six-
one. I
That's
always
the
say
rest of
Star
his
Wars is
4
my
are the next like Star Wars movies.
What was the first one you watched?
I don't know because I was too young, but I remember when the episode 3 Revenge of the Sith came out in cinemas when we were all
that
in
would
school.
be the first one that we saw. In
Yeah,
cinema,
yeah,
wasn't it?
because we've all been young enough.
Yeah.
And
But
everyone,
everybody saw that in the cinema this kind of
Yeah.
our age.
Yeah.
Range.
I was running about on the playground.
I think that's
Yeah.
why I like that one more than others.
Me too.
Simply because it was the first time I'd seen it in the cinema.
Totally. And that's kind of like my early memories of Star Wars when people think of Empire
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Return of the Jedi and stuff. My early memories of that.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I saw Revenge of the Sith before I'd seen Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones.
Me too, but I saw A New Hope first. My dad showed me.
Yeah, I'd
He's
seen
like,
the
"You have to
original trilogy and then.
watch it." Yeah, and then I saw 4, 3, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the new ones?
Now, people obviously are mixed by it, but I totally
Yeah.
love them.
I really like
I
them.
love
yeah.
the new films, and I think it's because, like, so if I was this age back in 1980, when Empire Strikes Back comes out, everyone, you know, who is like over 35 considers Empire as like the ultimate perfect film. And I think I would as well if I was that age now, you know what I mean, or if I was that age then.
I prefer Jedi.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So when it comes to like the new ones, I can think, well, I was 18 when Force Awakens came out, I was whatever. And it's just your prime of your movie sort of love in life, you know, so it's like, you know everything about movies at this point, at least you think you do. I know, I just love Star Wars, and you're just so ready for a new one. That's why I like them. I always say Force Awakens is my favourite for that reason.
They've done a really good job of like keeping the old fans happy while still
Yeah.
bringing in new concepts.
What did you make of Last Jedi? Because it got such a weird and mixed,
At
you
first,
know, review.
I didn't like it at all. I've seen it a couple of times since, and it's grown on me a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still not the film I wanted it to be.
Really?
Which I know is selfish. and
No,
I know-
that's a lot of people say.
I quite liked it, but spoiler alert, I didn't really like how they glossed over the death of Admiral Akbar. They just kind of brushed it off.
Yeah.
I was raging about it.
That's,
like,
legendary character.
that's a stupid wee thing. Like, a lot of people just like outright hate the film just for that. 'cause
Yeah,
they-
yeah.
I still like the film, but that one detail annoyed me.
What can you guess what the worst bit was for me?
The slow chase driving away.
No, I know exactly what it was.
You know.
Fucking zombie Leia.
No, Superman. Like,
Superman Leia.
That was pretty ridiculous.
The one questionable point of the film, I was like,
Yeah,
but I kind of like the fact that it was like, we're going to remember her and all this nonsense and stuff, and that's fine. And but I understand why people don't like it.
no. But it is what it is, and you can't complain.
I
'cause
quite
it's Star
like
Wars.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Solo was excellent.
Did you like Solo? Good.
I quite liked it. A lot of
Yeah.
people didn't.
Yeah, I
Didn't
know.
do so
Weird.
well,
I
but
just didn't do well at the bottom. I wonder why that was. I think it was a mixture of we didn't like Last Jedi
yeah.
and we don't want to see anybody else playing Han Solo.
Yeah, and a little bit of, because there was so much like stuff before it came out saying how the difficulties with and all like reshoots and stuff.
Yeah,
I
the
think
director dropped out and stuff like that. Yeah, but still, it's to me, it's like it's Star Wars. You're there for a good time. You don't need to worry about it. You know what I mean? It's going to be fine.
I think the guy that handed a good job at it.
I thought he did a really good job. Yeah, and by the end of it, I totally didn't even. Oh, someone else played Han Solo. You know?
Yeah. Goodbye, Harrison Ford.
Exactly. You're my new favourite. My only issue with Last Jedi, like the negative feedback it got, was like I was sitting there watching it thinking, they've done it again, this is brilliant, you know, and then as soon as I go out and I look on Twitter and I saw the hate, I just couldn't believe the hate.
I could believe it, because as soon as I walked out of the film, something didn't sit right with me.
Right,
I didn't, when I walked out of Force Awakens, immediately after I'd seen it, I was like, that was the best thing ever, this is amazing, just like your buzz. But when I walked out of Last Jedi, I just kind of felt...
There was a guy
it's a
behind
little
me.
bit uneasy, and I don't
There was
know.
a guy behind me. We were walking out the cinema, and someone went, "Oh, what did you like that?" And some guy was like, "I just feel like I've seen it before." And I was like, "Oh, this isn't going to go well." You don't want to hear that. But anyway, yeah, Star Wars is always a good pick. We can talk for hours about Star Wars, but
we're talking about it again because it's
okay.
No, we can check off the Star Wars ones now. What else you
my
got?
number 4 is Hateful Eight,
Nice.
Awesome.
because there had to be a Tarantino film on there.
Yeah.
And I think that's my favourite.
Really?
It used
I
to
love
be
that.
It used to be Django until Hateful Eight came out. I really like
I
Django.
think I still prefer Django.
Do you?
Yeah, I really liked Hateful Eight, but Django is just so fucking good.
My favourite
That's
Tarantino
where, by the
was...
way.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Cool.
My favourite Tarantino was definitely Pulp Fiction. I just don't think you can get any better than it.
See, I feel bad because I've never watched it.
Really?
So
No, but that's fine.
I've tried to watch it several times, and
Yeah.
each time it's like been late at night or something. I've fallen asleep and then woken up halfway through, and I've got no idea what's going on.
Yeah, but it's good though, because
It's a
then
bizarre movie.
that to me is like,
Yeah.
I've not seen all these classic films, and I know I've not seen them yet because I'm waiting for that moment to watch them, and it'll be like this big awakening sort of thing.
Yeah.
It will happen at one point, but in terms of filmmaking,
Yeah.
I don't think you can get any better than Pulp
But
Fiction.
if I had seen Pulp Fiction all the way through, that'd probably be my
Yeah,
favourite.
well,
Tarantino
no,
film,
I mean,
but
Hateful
just
Eight-
now it's Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight is my second favourite because I saw it in the cinema.
Yeah, same. It's the first Tarantino film I've
Me
seen.
too,
in the cinema. We
yeah.
went to see that, remember?
Yeah.
Really
So
good.
that's always. Do you not think that makes such a difference?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
I
can,
always prefer watching the film in the cinema.
Yeah, or even just a big film like that, you know,
Yeah.
like or a film like what's another one, Dunkirk, for example.
No, I've
Where
seen that.
you watch it on your phone or something, it's great, but maybe you're not going to get the full experience if you
Doesn't
watch it
do
on the screen.
justice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the full sound and everything.
Yeah.
It's perfect. So that's a good one. Number 4, Sal.
I'm gonna say Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
That's my favourite Marvel film, I think.
I'd agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
The soundtrack alone
Amazing,
is
yeah.
awesome.
I don't have a Marvel film on my list.
You know, I've kind of gone off them. I think they've kind of went overkill with the amount they've been making. And actually, I really like
No, but
Infinity
see, I
War.
think
though.
they've been getting better.
They have been getting better, but Infinity War was awesome.
Infinity War was awesome.
But like they churn out so many of them that kind of I feel like it dilutes the the specialness of them.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of sort of go away from them because of that, but I just feel like if they can keep making them and they keep being successful and
Yeah.
they're always good,
Oh, they're gonna keep doing it.
that's fine. You know what I mean? I'll go and
And
see
then
it.
you've got the whole stuff about James Dunn. All these tweets.
Yeah.
He's fired now, and they're making the third Guardians
Yeah.
without him.
And that's like his.
What was that all about? Because I'm not even.
He
I
basically
know
was
he get
tweeting
fired.
some really dodgy stuff like years ago.
Yeah, like back in the day, it's
It
one of
was
those
a bit-
ones.
yeah.
Oh right, like somebody's been through his Twitter.
Yeah,
for
and you
10
found
years ago.
you found
Right.
really weird stuff, so it's not
Like
good.
it wasn't even funny. It was just really
Yeah.
distasteful. Like about
See, that-
kids and stuff like that. It was really weird.
The thing that worries me about that is obviously the tweets worry me about that, but I mean, and parts of him not being the director anymore is he was in charge of a lot of the space stuff, like in Thor Ragnarok and stuff like that. He did all the space stuff.
Still need to watch that as well.
That's a good one as well. Yeah, it's a really good one.
Yeah, that's my favourite Thor film. Though.
Really, yeah. The Thor ones are kind of hit or miss, but I always really enjoyed them.
Thor was awesome in Infinity War when he
Yeah.
comes into the hammer. Just,
Yeah, or what's the one where he gets attacked by the Hulk
Yeah.
and Loki's like, yes, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
Infinity War was great, but yeah, Marvel films are a hit or miss. But I'm getting to the point now where it's like Star Wars, just shoot your brain off and just enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
you can't take it seriously,
That's true.
you know. So
Yeah.
no, good. Number 3.
My number 3 is Back to the Future. I think part 2.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
part 1. I don't know. It's between the
Yeah,
two.
I like the first one. the
I love the
best.
third one as well. The third one's brilliant. They're just all really good.
They're
all
all
Back to
awesome.
the Future films, but
I
probably
love
the
Back to
second
the
one's my favourite.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just time travel films. Just I'll always love time
I've
travel.
always taken to that. Yeah,
yeah.
time
And
travel.
Back to the Future does it better than anything else. I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah,
That's why.
and it was kind of the first of its like good kind of time travel
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my favourite Harry Potter film is the third one, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, same. Just because of the time travel bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's me. Yeah,
It just
so-
makes any film better if you do it right.
Yeah, and that Family Guy episode, you seen that one? where the
Oh,
road
what
to the
was
multiverse.
Yeah.
And they go to the time travel, all the different ones. All those ones are good, the Brian Stewie ones. But
Yeah.
we bonded about Family Guy for years, didn't we? That was one
That
of the
was
first
kind of how
things.
we became friends, wasn't it?
One of the first things we had in common, yeah. Like Family Guy.
And what was it called? The Naked Gun.
The Naked Gun films, yeah.
Uh,
See, Back to the Future and Naked Gun, like all those trilogies. I just wanted a full episode
I
just
watched
all on that.
Airplane for the first time in so long.
Oh my God.
Last month.
I think I think it's the best comedy ever made, in my opinion. It's my favourite one anyway.
Yeah.
It's my favourite.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Obviously, you can't really compare it to Step Brothers or Anchorman or whoever, but
Yeah.
you like Anchorman, don't you?
Oh, that's on the list.
Is that, that's your favourite? Right, 3, Sal.
You put me on the spot here. Give Lewis another one. We'll talk about Anchorman. And I'll think of one.
We'll skip to my number 2, and then we'll go back to Self.
I don't really have like an all-time top favorite. I'm just like sort of listing
That's
my
fine.
kind of favorite movies, but I don't have a specific ranking.
If you haven't guessed, Anchorman's my number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah. I actually forgot Step Brothers existed when I was making this list.
Yeah.
So that ways that might be there, but they're both really good. But I think Anchorman's my favourite.
Will Ferrell is so funny.
Yeah. It's just so fucking stupid.
I know. I just watched a bloopers video. I don't know. I think it's like
The
a.
bloopers are the best from it.
But no, not from Anchorman, just Will Ferrell.
Oh right.
And it was like, I don't. It's not even in a film. It was like a TV show, and he's saying something like, "Oh yeah, shit's about to go down. I can feel it in my plums." and it's like, what's his name? The black guy from The Office, Darryl from The Office. He's in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh yeah. I don't know his
Craig
name, I know who
something.
you're talking about.
And he's trying to hold like the straight face, and Will Ferrell's going, "I can feel it in my plums," and it's so funny. Anything Will Ferrell, I'll take any day of the week.
Yeah.
Have you seen the you know Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He does. He sort of looks like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
He was playing a gig one time, and the guy from the crowd just goes, "Will Ferrell." He's like, "You shut up!" Like exactly like Will Ferrell said.
Just goes through.
I always remember the first time I watched Anchorman. My dad had shown me it, right? So he fast forwarded some dodgy bits and
Of
stuff
course.
because I was like 10 at the time.
Is that the most awkward thing ever?
Yeah. So like the sex scene where they're on unicorns and shit. He fast forwarded that whole bit, and it was just like going fast at like 10 times speed, and I was like, "What's going on?" And my dad's like, "I'll show you another time." So, but the first time I watched it myself, I was a wee kid, and I went because my dad showed me it. I thought it was the funniest film ever, so I went and found it again while he was away and watched the whole thing and see the bit where he kicks the dog off the bridge.
That's the bit you always told me.
That's my favourite scene in any film. I think it's just so stupid.
You let me borrow your DVD and you're like, just watch the bit he kicks the dog.
That first time I watched it myself, I rewound it like maybe 50 times. I'm just on my own in my house just watching this bits of myself laughing.
Jack Black as well.
Yeah,
You forget it's him.
Just randomly Jack Black's in it.
Kicks a dog off a bridge.
Kicks a dog off a bridge.
I like the bit where he calls in Christina Applegate into the room and he's lifting the weights and she's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were going to come in. You just called me in." He's getting shut off.
And Brick in it as well.
Oh, I mean, Steve Carell.
Steve Carell's character in it.
He's become probably one of my favourite actors ever.
Yeah.
I've been hooked on The Office. And
You know what? I've never seen the US Office.
Oh my god, you would absolutely love
Because
it.
I'm a huge fan of the original Office.
The UK one?
Uh,
Oh my god, I prefer the US one.
seriously?
You need to check it out, it's so good.
I love
It's just Steve Carell.
the bit in the UK one where they're talking about dwarves and midgets and stuff, and they're just like, "Well, what's an elf?"
They're very similar, the two versions.
Yeah.
Like, in
I
terms
think
of
the
relationship.
UK one is just a lot more subtle humour, which
Yeah.
I prefer, whereas the
It's
US
more
one's
toned for
obviously...
yeah.
Yeah.
They're toned for those audiences, like a UK
Yeah,
audience.
so the in fact, the UK Office is probably my favourite TV show
Really, of all time?
of all time, probably. Either that or Always Sunny.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Or Flight of the Conchords.
Or Flight of the Conchords. There's so many.
So Family Guy as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, they've
Top
kinda-
5 TV shows. No, but I think Steve Carell, because I was on the plane come back from Florida and I watched Crazy Stupid Love.
I've never seen it.
Now, I was always like, I'm not going to watch Crazy Stupid Love. It's a fucking terrible
It's
film.
crazy.
That'll be.
It's
It's
stupid.
crazy. I would never watch that, right? It's like The Notebook. But it ended up being like amazing.
Yeah.
Like, what a film. Him in it, and then him being Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone.
What's that show about?
So it's basically Steve Carell's marriage goes a bit off the rails, so he becomes like a sort of bachelor and he's got no confidence and he's a bit of a mess, and he meets Ryan Gosling in a nightclub, and Ryan Gosling's a sort of womanizer guy and he kind of teaches him everything he knows,
Right.
and then all these it was so many twists and turns in this film and I couldn't believe it. I totally recommend it because I was always like, Crazy Stupid Love, you always see and you go,
Mm.
no.
Yeah.
But it's so good. I watched it on the plane on the way home.
Oh, that's good.
Definitely
I
gonna watch that
I
again.
need to watch that.
And you mentioned Emma Stone.
Yeah.
I've just watched Superbad this week for the first time.
Oh yeah, I watched that for the first time a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never seen it.
that might make my
Another
list
one.
because it's really really.
I know, it's too much that film, innit? It's too-
I've realised why everyone's been recommending me to watch it. For
Yeah.
so long.
It's funny as well because like people go, you need to watch this comedy, you need to watch this, you need to watch that, because your life has never been that bad
Yeah.
without it. And then
Yeah.
you watch it and you go, where has this been?
Yeah.
It's like
I
I
hope,
can't.
yeah.
The amount of jokes and patter we could have had with this film.
Yeah. Mhm.
Borat's my favourite
Oh,
for that sort of thing.
Borat, yeah.
Borat and Kate, you know, you just hear Borat and then eventually
Very
you watch
nice.
it, and just there's so much, and now it becomes part of my daily
Yeah.
vocabulary.
Yeah.
Very nice, not bad.
You've been quoting Borat as long as I've known you.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
really.
you have. I'm sure you like discovered Borat like in first or second
Yeah,
year. And
yeah.
You've been quoting it ever since.
Well, even to this day.
Exactly.
The bit when he's singing the national anthem and he's changed all the words.
Oh god.
Kazakhstan
Oh, yeah.
is the greatest. All other countries are run by little girls.
We're all sitting
So
raging,
good.
man.
So good. And he sees the turtle. What type of dog is this? Anyway, right, next one. Where are we?
Well, Sal still needs a number
Uh,
2,
I'm-
number 3.
Throws another one out.
Fine, I'll throw another one. I like a good twist, so I'm going to say The Sixth Sense.
Oh yeah.
Never seen it.
What?
Never,
You've
seen,
never
it.
seen it. Do you know the twist?
No.
No. Oh, so we can't
Never
talk
seen
about it.
That's what I'm saying. There's these moments.
What twist?
and then it happens and you're like, well, what the hell? Why have I not seen this?
Chris, there's no twist in the film. The film just starts, goes through it, and then finishes
Yeah.
in a completely expected
Watch it
way.
years from now when you've forgotten.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll be
Yeah.
expecting a twist, and then when it doesn't happen, I'll be so disappointed.
that will be the twist.
Yeah, that is a twist. Yeah. Cool, I will. Yeah, apologies. Our mate Fraser told us to watch that so long ago, and I just haven't. And it's one of those
really
ones I will
good
get
movie.
to.
I've only seen it once, but it's very good.
It's not very, but actually it's quite rewatchable because like I can't say much about it.
Bruce Willis, Andy Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis is in it,
really good,
yeah.
isn't it? So, but it's one of those ones, as I said earlier, there's these classic films that I've never seen that I can't wait to discover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely one. Another classic that I was also introduced to recently was The Shining, which is an
Me
I've never
too.
Seen it. I've never seen it.
Me too. I watched it in October. I tried to do a thing for YouTube, but I was going to watch loads of horror films and review them because I don't do horror.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
a
not
nightmare.
the biggest fan of horror.
And it's not because I'm like going to be screaming and stuff like that. It's just I watch it and I just don't forget it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then The Shining was, that was a changing moment for me.
Excellent movie.
What was the film? Did you come to see The Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the wee dog.
Yeah,
Have you
that
seen
was-
that?
No.
It's like this, like so it's this like house and the mum and dad. It's mum and dad, isn't it? Like they're
can't
like
remember.
really old parents, right? It's
Mhm.
weird. They've this advert for a babysitter to come, so the babysitter comes and all that, and like she finds out the boy's like actually just a wee porcelain doll thing, right? It's not
Right.
a real kid, but they treat it like it's a real
Mhm.
kid, and she just thinks the parents are mad or whatever. So they go away on holiday, whatever it is they're doing, or it's like while they're at work, she's to look after it, and the wee doll like starts like moving on its own and shit like that.
Well, you don't really see it.
You don't know,
like,
you never see it, but like,
strange
it's
things
from
are
her
happening.
point of view.
Right,
So she'll
okay.
like set the doll down somewhere and come back and it'll be standing up somewhere else or something.
Oh god, I don't like that.
And
And then-
she puts like
yeah.
a blanket over it, and then like shit starts going bad because he's pissed.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like
something.
you're not like upset the doll and all that. And she
Yeah.
just like doesn't.
Toy Story gone wrong.
Kind of, yeah.
Andy, why?
But I saw that cinema. I was terrified.
You're my favourite deputy. Did you see Toy Story 3?
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
that movie.
First movie that made me cry.
Really?
Not even gutted to admit it.
Yeah. No, Marley and Me was the first movie.
Marley
that
and
made
Me,
try.
yeah.
Oh man. That's...
Even though you hate dogs.
Yeah.
You hate dogs?
Well, he
I'm,
doesn't hate them. He's just scared of them.
I'm just not keen on them.
Yeah.
They're just unpredictable.
It's true. You never know what's going to happen. Except for Kia. We like Kia.
She's a nice dog. Shout out to Keith.
Shout out to Kia. Because she's never listening.
Yeah.
Lewis, what's your favourite film of all time?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just any. Currently, it's Rogue One. But in
Really?
the 80s, I
Nice.
really like Rogue One.
That was like a total left field one as well because no one was expecting anything.
The last
That's
half
why
an
I
hour.
liked it so much because I was thinking, no, it's a stupid spin-off film. It'll be
Yeah.
good, but I went in and watched it and it
About
was
them.
Blown away.
so good.
Yeah.
I know everyone says this, but especially the last like 5 minutes.
Last 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That last section, that
Right,
third act.
from the third act, from when they start the assault on the
Yeah.
base and the beach and all that.
Because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're still...
You're like,
You don't know
something
how it
different.
happens
Yeah.
and
yeah.
all the tension that they put
Yeah.
through it, and just the bit
Yeah.
of Darth Vader's the best.
Oh,
thing
it's the
ever.
coolest scene.
I routinely watch that. Just that
That's...
scene.
that's
Admit.
to make you happy.
Yes.
But no, my favourite Star Wars film changes from time to time.
Yeah, me too.
But it depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'm in the mood where I prefer the original trilogy,
Mhm.
in which case it's probably Jedi,
Mhm.
same as you. Apart from the first bit, I don't like the whole Jabba's palace. But
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's changed all the time as well, which I always
yeah,
thought was
yeah.
mad.
And then they changed the ghost at the end.
Yeah, what did you make of that?
I don't know.
It never bothered me because I knew Hayden Christensen as Anakin.
Yeah, same. That's
It
probably,
didn't bother
that's
me,
probably
but
why.
you know, people really people didn't like that at all.
Yeah, it's just like the thing I have with that is like when you become a Force ghost, you're like in the way you look at the time when you die.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when Obi-Wan Kenobi dies, he comes back as a ghost. That's
Yeah,
how it
yeah,
goes.
yeah.
But for some reason, when Darth Vader dies, he's like this old guy and his face is all melted. And
Yeah, but he was.
then he comes back and it's Hayden Christensen.
Well,
You're
I think
like,
it's to represent that was like where he was last good.
Yeah,
But
he
no,
was
but
last
no,
Anakin.
because at the end of Jedi, that's him good again. He's been
I
redeemed.
suppose. Yeah, you're
So
right.
He should still be the old
You're right.
Darth Vader.
No,
That's the issue I have with that.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I
yeah.
thought that for a while, but then you think about it.
Yeah,
He
you're right.
wouldn't have become a Force ghost if he wasn't good
Yeah.
again. So
Well, did you hear about Episode 9?
I just heard that. Yeah.
Luke, Leia, and Lando all to return.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's going to happen there?
Well, I heard
I mean, that was
they
kind of
were-
expected though.
I heard they're reusing unseen
It's
footage of
unreleased
Leia
footage of Leia, yeah.
from Force Awakens and Last Jedi,
Which is, I mean,
which is interesting. How are they going? How are they
they're
going?
going to kill her off, which is like, how are they going to do it now?
Yeah.
I know.
You know, I just thought it was going to happen in
The-
Last Jedi.
The
where,
bit, see the Superman bit before
Yeah.
the Superman thing
Do you not
happened.
think
I thought that happened, and it was such a beautiful scene at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that's like
What
when
a
that
way to
happened.
go.
Do you think she's dead? I was like, that's quite a good way.
And
What
they
a way to
ruined it
go.
completely.
And then it's just like,
Yeah.
no back. I was like, ah.
Yeah.
But no.
That's
But I
like
do,
what,
I love that film though.
George Martin said about Gandalf. He shouldn't have came back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
I have when I was very young, but that changes things, so I need to watch it again now that I'm a proper person.
I
Yeah.
say I've seen bits of it.
Yeah,
when
I played
was
the
much
games
younger.
when I was younger and stuff.
Well, they're bringing out a TV series about
Really?
it. Yeah. That should be really good. I think it's Netflix.
Something I'm excited for. They're doing a Star Wars TV show with the people that do Game of Thrones.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did hear that, but I just have not heard anything since
Same.
it was announced, so...
Same. I
Who
heard it was
knows?
announced and I was quite excited for it. But
Everything's going TV shows these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just did an episode about that. It was why do we still go to the cinema when there's so many things like Netflix and Amazon and stuff like that that are taking over? Because you get people like Marvel, like the makers of Marvel stuff,
yeah.
only do Netflix now. The new Jungle Book, Andy Serkis film, that's called Mowgli,
Mhm.
only Netflix.
Straight to Netflix.
Yeah. So.
But see, then that film wouldn't exist if the first Jungle Book film wasn't such a big hit in the
Yeah,
cinema in the
it's
first
true.
place.
Yeah, it's true. Did you see the new one? The sort of
Yeah,
newer one.
that's this one.
I've heard it's very good. I've not
Yeah,
seen
it
it.
was
but
awesome.
Yeah.
And also our highest listened to episode, I might add.
Really?
But yeah,
For now, you know. That's
For
what-
now, yeah.
Until this one comes out.
for now. Sal, favourite movie of all time? I mean, I'll take Star Wars, but if you get any other
No, that
ones.
was his number 5.
No, it wasn't like an order. It was just in the list.
Mine was in order.
Favorite movie of all time. You know what? It was a great movie. I don't know if it's my favorite of all time, but every time someone asks me, my mind jumps to it, and it's Interstellar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah, that's probably my favourite sci-fi film.
Yeah.
Outside Star Wars. 'cause
What
Star
a
Wars
total mindfuck, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god, after that film, I was like,
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Inception as well.
Yeah.
Both movies are excellent. Just
Mhm.
yeah, I thought they were going to make an Inception too. Actually,
Mm.
I don't know if that's still happening.
Oh.
Maybe, but yeah,
It
no,
could do.
Interstellar was awesome. The
What was it?
soundtrack as well for Interstellar is incredible.
did you see it in the cinema?
I don't think I did.
I didn't, but
I
I
saw it
would
in the
love
cinema.
that would have been amazing.
I
in
saw
the
it
cinema.
twice in the cinema.
So yeah, I would have been so confused.
That's why I saw it twice. I saw it first
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the cinema. I was like, watch it again.
It's funny, I always see, with back to Star Wars, everything goes back to Star Wars, I always see the Star Wars films more than once in the cinema.
Yeah.
But I never saw Solo more than once. I don't know why that was. Maybe it's because people are saying it's done so badly. But I should have went out and supported it, you know what I mean? So,
I saw it twice, but that was just because you hadn't seen it.
yeah.
So I went to see it the night it came out, and then you hadn't seen it, so I went to see it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Donald Glover was spot on.
Yeah,
he was the best thing about the film. I think.
Spot on, man.
Is he doing it again for?
No,
episode
the
nine?
Next 9 is the
No, it's the original.
guy. Billy
Oh,
Dee.
Williams.
Yeah.
He must
He's
be
like
really
he's
old.
like 90.
Don't know,
He's
man.
like 80 or 90 or something. Very old.
Yeah. But that should be interesting. We'll
Yeah.
keep our eyes on the new Star Wars films. It's always interesting when they come out because it's like Star Wars takes over everything,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and everybody
Like
just
Disney.
automatically becomes a big Star Wars fan. Then if it's bad, everybody hates Star Wars now. It's like, when does this happen?
Well, Disney is basically just taking over everything. Anyway.
Yeah.
They just bought Fox.
Yeah, I know. What is that? gonna-
$70 billion.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But do you know who else is going to be making $7 million? You boys. In the future.
Yes.
When you start selling loads of
The
records.
Star Wars soundtrack.
Did covers of it. So tell me, I don't know these questions because not questions, but I don't know these stories because I've never actually asked you.
Mm.
But in terms of like where the origins of the band came from, how did it start? What did it start with?
Well, we were talking about like doing a you know, the high velocity band thing, right? And like,
Which
that
would
like
have went down.
Oh
down
no, yeah, that's
and then
right. That's
like
right.
it kind of never really happened, and thank fuck. But
Hey, hang on a minute.
yeah, that could have been interesting. Anyway, so me and Lewis were still talking about doing stuff, and I was like, "Would you want to just come over with your guitar?" And we just sat and played like Minecraft on the Xbox 360, and we just jammed out, just messing about. We used to do that like after school and just the weekends.
Most weekends.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Because you just started playing drums at the time, hadn't you?
Yeah, and I was
You're
still,
just as
I'm
good
still
as you are now.
terrible, but I'm a little bit less terrible now.
A little bit less.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So he just started.
What an advert to the show.
So he just started. Yeah, make that with punchline for the show.
I used to be terrible, now I'm a little less than terrible.
What episode will this be?
45.
Episode 45. A little bit less terrible. No, so he just started learning drums, and I'd been playing guitar for like a couple of years or something.
And you just get your first pedal.
Yeah, that was it. I got my first Wii effects pedal
It
and
was
all
like
that.
a distortion pedal, and we used to just chuck everything in distortion. It was like, yeah.
Just I turned everything all the way up there. But I didn't even
Turn
have
it
like
up
I
to
didn't
11.
even have like an amp or anything like that. I just came out of house with my guitar like
Yeah.
dee-dee-dee. And
It's got a place in two.
we still have the recordings of the very first things we ever recorded, and
So, yeah.
they were god awful.
Are they?
Genuinely god awful.
Yeah.
I didn't even like
It's actually quite impressive how much we have.
yeah, I didn't even like try and sing for the longest time.
Yeah, we were like, what are we gonna do for a singer? We're talking about getting like somebody else in, and then like, right, come on, Lewis, step up, just
Yeah.
get them.
Because there was it started off as sort of just jamming, just coming up with ideas, and then it progressively just kept getting more elaborate. So
Yeah.
I would get more effects pedals, I'd get more amps, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then
Until the point where you basically started just learning. I'd kind of basically just started learning.
Yeah.
So we sort of learned to play together,
yeah, and I think that's kind of
Um,
helped the sound because we
yeah,
we're
we've sort
kind
of
of on
like
the same level.
developed our own sort of
Yeah.
thing just
Yeah.
through doing that. And then it got to the point where we kind of needed to add like lyrics and stuff because we were coming up with these songs with not many words in it.
Yeah,
Um,
and the first one we wrote was Thin Ice.
Which is a
that
great
was
song.
Yeah, that was the first one we wrote.
That's,
Wasn't
well, you wrote,
it?
yeah.
That was the first one we did with lyrics.
Yeah. So do you normally write them?
Lewis
Yeah,
writes all
pretty
of
much.
them.
Yeah.
I've wrote one line in one song.
That's right.
What was it?
7 sounds. I wrote was it Twisting My Arm?
Yeah, that one because
That was
I
good.
couldn't find something to
Nice.
rhyme with it, and
It's the only thing I've written.
Nice. It's claim to fame.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know you wrote them all.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, so I have got a lot of free time, so
That was real.
I'll come up with some ideas or whatever. Sometimes it'll be like a full song I'll have in my head, and I'll know all the drum parts I want to hit me play, and I'll come in, we'll go to the studio and practice, and I'll like, I'm not very good with the drum kit, so I'll like point at a part of the kit and say, hit that bit, this bit, do that.
And I'll just try and make it
Yeah.
work somehow.
Other times I'll have the sort of structure of a song, and I won't know what drums I want, so I'll come in, he'll just make something that'll work.
Yeah. Or
Sometimes we go into the studio with nothing, and we just come out with like 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah, that's always the best one, isn't it? Just
Yeah,
kinda,
most of our favourite ones have worked like that.
Yeah.
One of our ones, Telephone, worked like that.
Yeah.
We were,
yeah.
That's a popular one. That always
a
goes
lot of
down
people
well.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the original words for that were for a completely different song.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
right, I forgot about that.
And,
Yeah, because it was a song we wrote like 4 or
It
5
was-
years ago.
It was okay. It was good.
It
But
was a kind of slow song.
yeah, and then we did this new song, and we don't have words for it. And we're like, what can we do with the word? Nothing really fits that. And then Lewis comes to the studio and he was like, so I've moved the words to this. Let's see how that sounds. And then
Yeah.
it just worked.
It just worked,
It was awesome. And it was just like the chorus, you know,
Yeah,
it was-
yeah, yeah.
works really well. So we just stuck with it.
Well, if people are listening to this and they want to hear all the songs and stuff like that, all of it's on Spotify.
It's all on Spotify. You can get it on. I think it's on iTunes.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
on
Basically
YouTube.
anywhere you can find things. We've
Yeah.
got them
YouTube
on
as well.
YouTube
Yeah,
We also have CDs for sale.
yeah. What's the address for the shop?
It's bigcartel.tapetwive.com.
Yeah.
Something,
Whatever it is,
something like
like,
that. It's on our
Big
Facebook. You basically go on our Facebook, you'll find everything on that.
Facebook.com/Tape Live. So in terms of your favourites that you've written, and in terms of rehearsing with them and then actually playing them on stage, what are they? What songs would you like say, I'll play this one because I like this one the best?
You go first.
I really like that. I think it's funny.
Mhm.
It's just off our sort of new EP. We had 3 songs on
Yeah.
that, and all 3 are probably the 3 funnest for me to play. It's we opened with Take My Picture, which is a really fun one. It was in Chris's channel trailer.
Yeah, the CM42
Yeah.
TV channel trailer.
Yeah. So that's
I'll probably play it on this episode actually.
yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's a really fun one to play. And I think it's funny. It just comes into the massive intro. You know,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
so that
that's
one,
the catchiest one I think in
Really?
terms of ones I've heard and like when I'm at a show or whatever.
Yeah.
The next day I'm still humming that tune.
That's
I
cool.
like that one because it's good. The recording we've got of it's quite good. I like listening to it. But then when we play it live, it's so much fun because we just mess with
Yeah.
it and fuck
Yeah.
with it. Like there's like a wee break in it, and we just like
We just like stop and look at each other.
yeah,
and
just like elongate the
build
pure
this
break, you build it
tension.
up, and then it comes in.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
back in.
That's fun. I like
Yeah.
doing that.
And then we've got Crumble as well on that EP, which is also really fun to play because I can go a bit mental on the drums at the end and stuff. And
Mhm.
yeah, those are my top 3 to play anyway.
You, Leo.
Probably one of my favourite ones to play live is the last song off of our first EP, What's About to Do.
Now that one, I always say that one's like an anthem because it's
Yeah.
like, it's just, when you hear it, it's like, bah, in your ears.
That's
It's
why I
very
like it,
epic.
yeah.
Yeah, it's mental.
Because it's our weirdest song, I think. It's not
It's-
really
yeah.
arranged or built like any of our other songs.
Or any song for that matter. It's
Yeah,
just weird.
And it's got a sort of weird wee riff that goes through it that people always say, our friend John says it's the Russian song.
It's foreign. Everyone's always like, it's
people
from
say it sounds like a
Thailand, it's-
Chinese song now. It's a
Well,
wee
but it goes,
that wee bit.
oh, right, okay,
You could play it
yeah,
on this, so if you want to let people hear, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's like a weird wee bit. But yeah, just the way the song builds up, and then when we play it live, when we play it live, we mess with it. And
yeah.
It just keeps building the whole time. We're like, surely they can't go any further, and then we just get into the final bit and
Yeah.
just go mental.
I've got a
It's so
video
much
because
fun.
obviously I do these vlogs every day of my life and I'm starting to regret doing it. But sometimes if I go to one of you guys' shows, I'll be able to film some stuff and that could be
Yeah.
that day's vlog or whatever. And I've got a video, and when I go back to edit the vlog for that day, and I've got a video of that bit, that song, like the end of What's About to Do, and it's like now like the sort of waves you see for the tune. It's just and you listen back and but that's a good thing. I think it's like it's quite distinguishable. So so it started off with 7 Sounds. That was the record.
that was the debut EP.
Yeah.
Because it had
It was basically every song we had words to at that point.
Yeah,
not really. It was like we picked our 7 most diverse songs, I think, to do for that.
Yeah.
Because we'd booked a day in the studio and we wanted to get as much done in that one day as we possibly could.
That was tough.
That was
It was a
tough.
Did you get all 7 done
We
that
did
day?
7
One
in one
day.
day.
Mental.
Yeah.
And edited.
And
in one day.
yeah.
They were all like first takes, and they were like, yeah, it was good. It's
it
a
was
good
good.
EP, but
yeah.
the sound quality, you can hear the difference between our first one and our
That's
second.
what I was going to
Yeah.
ask you as well. Why is that such a big sort of
I wanted
difference?
it like that.
right? Okay,
the first
cool.
one I wanted
The first
it.
one, because when I first heard it, I was like, it sounds a bit sort of distinctive, and I thought that was on
Yeah,
purpose.
that's what we were
But then the
going
new EP is more clear and it's
Yeah.
more sort of in your face, which
for.
I
We're kind of trying to just try something different
Yeah,
each
totally.
time we're recording.
Arctic Monkeys do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like their new album.
Well, that's the thing, you know. It's
Yeah.
like it's so different.
Yeah.
As an Arctic Monkeys fan, I just wanted AM
I think that's
Part
how
2.
you can. That's how you can tell a good band when you
Yeah.
do something different each time.
Yeah.
And it's still good.
I thought the Arctic Monkeys album AM was one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life.
First album's better.
And I was, well, okay, debatable. And then the new one came out and I was just expecting it again, and it was so different. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And at first I was like, I don't want to listen to this. But it's totally grown on me as time goes over.
A couple of songs are like, yeah, okay. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So the change of the
Yeah,
of
so
the sound.
so 7 Sounds is our first one that we sort of were going for sort of lo-fi type sound on that
Mhm.
one, and then Take My Picture we thought we'll do less songs this time, so we'll get more time to work on each one.
yeah.
We still ran out of time.
Still run it.
It
Well, we're
was-
in overtime. The guy was kind enough not to charge us the
For
extra
like
for
an
being in the
extra 2
studio.
hours or something
Yeah.
over there as well. But the way we recorded the first time, how we did it, there was a lot of bleed between the instruments because we played them live together in the same
Yeah,
room.
that's another thing. The first one was recorded all live.
with the
Everything
vocals
in-
on top after.
Yeah, vocals recorded separate.
Right, yeah.
But all the instruments that you hear were all recorded at the same time in
Yeah.
one go. In
So it's
one
really
room.
difficult to edit that. But
Yeah, whereas the second
yeah.
EP we had so the guy we worked with had an amp in this room sealed off, an amp in that room sealed off, because I use a few amps at the same time.
That's cool.
Had them all sealed off so we can isolate them, get good takes from each one.
Yeah. And then
But we played that one the same, we still played it all live.
Yeah, we stood in the
Yeah.
same room, but his amps were in the other rooms and we could hear it over the headphones.
That's mental.
Yeah.
It was a really weird way of doing it, but it worked so well. So we,
And with another time, we played to a metronome in the second one as well. So the first one, it was just us in a room, just let loose. Where
Oh,
was.
Yeah.
And
see, trying to get the
yeah, because that's the first time we
we
ever played that. So if you don't
Yeah.
know, it's like when you're recording in the studio, you have headphones on, and there's a wee like beep 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 going at the tempo of the song, faster or slower depending
Right.
on the
Okay.
song.
Cool.
And that's the first time we'd ever played to that with that in our heads.
Oh man.
So we did the first few times we were like, fuck
What
it,
is this song?
gonna play with it, but we got it, and we
Cause-
think that really helped.
Crumble,
Second.
before we recorded it, we would change the speed between the slow bits and the loud bits and the quiet bits so much. But when we actually
Mhm.
came to play it in time, it
We
just
realised
sounded
how
so
out of
weird.
time we'd been
Yeah,
playing it all.
it was like, that's so
Yeah.
slow. It's
Yeah,
like,
cool.
oh, that's actually in time. Oops.
Yeah. Well, the first one that I saw properly, obviously I heard the EP because you sent me them.
Mhm.
Was 7 Sounds. I saw a video on Facebook and 7 Sounds,
Yeah.
and they got a great reaction from the people that were there.
People like that.
And I was like, that's it. And I was looking for a podcast theme song at the time, because you can do it on YouTube. You can go to the audio library on YouTube and you can just pick these wee tunes. See all the CM42 TV songs, all just doo-doo-doo from the YouTube thing. Just
There's one you use in something, I don't know what it is, but I love it. It's like a bit on your episodes in the podcast. And it's
the Misery Corner.
I think
and it goes
doo-doo. Yeah, I like
it's
that.
so upbeat and it's the Misery Corner. So I just think that's funny.
Is that where that's from?
Yeah, it's just YouTube. Yeah, it's just it's like audio library, and you can just pick the songs for free or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
royalty free stuff.
Yeah. But if it's got like a certain logo next to it, you have to promote the stuff. So I tried to stay away from them because it's extra work. But and then I spoke to my friend Chad Arms, who's a rapper based in Tennessee.
Is that his real name?
Chad Arms, yeah. And he's a YouTuber.
Okay.
WrestleManiac 1130 is his YouTube account. And
Shout
we became good pals over the years and stuff. And then he released new rap stuff, and I was like, that could be cool for the podcast because he started a song that was called Scary Movie, and I thought that's cool, movie podcast or whatever. So I played it on a couple of the episodes, and then like I was just thinking like the rap sort of hip hop sort of style just didn't fit me and didn't fit us because I'm not particularly that sort of into that sort of music, but it was a good song and stuff and it worked, but I was just kind of like it's not really what I want. So then I said to you, could I use one of your songs? You just said yeah, pick whatever one you wanted. And I was like, the first one I thought was Seven Sounds, and I think it's a perfect opening to the show. It's one that I'm happy with, and I was going to change at one point. I was going to ask if I change to Take My Picture, but I thought Seven Sounds was better, just because it has a sort of nice sort of an instrumental at the start.
Yep.
I like doing that bit because then when we start talking, you start singing.
Yeah.
So nice
you sort of fade it through.
Fade out. So I've always used that one, so I'm happy with that. And then I used Take My Picture as the channel trailer, which was always cool.
That worked really well. See the synced up the videos and stuff. That was a great video.
I made a couple takes of that and they were so bad at one point. And then like I'm just going to start again.
Yeah.
And you sent me a version because you edited a certain version.
I had like a wee shortened version that was specifically for using the intros.
Of the tune, yeah, if it was like a minute or whatever, 30 seconds. So I used that one instead. I just one take, put clips, blah blah blah. That worked there, and then it just turned out. I was like, that's perfect. So that one worked. So that's kind of when I would get new people watching the YouTube channel. I always use that as a trailer. You know what I mean? So that's quite cool as well. But I just wanted to ask before we go, a few stories that you have maybe from being on stage. Any horrific moments?
Well, there's plenty.
Embarrassing moments or whatever that you could talk about?
The last gig, Lewis was
What was the last gig?
the audio one.
Was that when I was there?
Yeah.
So the Lewis decided to help the previous band out cover a couple of their songs and like play guitar with them. And during that, one of his strings snapped.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
So that was fine because it was their band and we didn't really care. But no.
was that the Coyotes or was that?
No, that was Highway 491.
They were good too.
Yeah. They were good. Yeah.
The guy with the harmonica. He was cool.
So after that, Lewis put the new string on but forgot to tune it.
Yeah. So I'd hastily restrung my guitar and all that, and I only used this guitar for like 2 songs in the set. So for the first half of the set I used my other guitar, it was fine. And I changed to this guitar and again I think it's funny, that's like the worst time I've ever played it because one of the strings was just completely not even tuned. So I started playing, we started a song and I started playing the riff and it's just not working, and I'm like, what is wrong? And I couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I'm like trying to tune the string halfway through the song, and I just stopped for a big section to try and tune it, and it's so bad with a tune I can't even do it.
Yeah, then we just like we tuned it for like the last sort of section of the
song.
song,
So
and we nailed the last section.
It was the best last section ever.
The bit in the song where like it breaks and all that and stops, there's a pause. I just stop and I'm like, I'm sorry everyone, I have to tune my guitar. I fix it, and then we come back in and the rest of the song goes fine. But it's horrible when stuff like that happens. In a way, it's out of your control. Yeah. But it wasn't because it was my fault.
You know, my favourite part about that was when you were trying to do it, you were just like. You can see the concentration on your face, and then you realise that like no music was being played. You're like, "Come on, Sal, play some music."
Yeah, so
while
I'm like dying up on stage trying to fix my guitar, he's just sitting there with that.
You can't really fill a room with just the drums.
There's nothing worse. I've obviously experienced it as well when you're standing on stage. And for me, I've forgotten a line or something.
Yeah, just something goes wrong,
and everybody like. Obviously, because in terms of doing plays or whatever, people, there's 100 odd people staring at you anyway for 2 hours, but you never notice it because you're on fire and you're on the ball when you're in the zone or whatever. But then as soon as you come out of that and you don't know what you're doing, it just feels like, oh my god, everybody's looking at me, and oh my god, I'm in the middle of a play, and it's just it all hits you.
Like you kind of have like an alter ego.
Yeah, totally, 100%. So I don't know if that's the same you use.
It's the exact same, yeah. But no, that technical problems is the most common thing. Like some cables not working, or if you're in a place we've played shows before where we've turned up and they've just not given us a sound check.
Yeah.
So there's been like 4 or 5 bands playing and they've just not had time to give us a sound check. So we go on stage and it doesn't
You're
sound
just
good.
winging it, yeah.
It just doesn't sound good.
You need a
Um,
sound check.
Other bad experiences, I guess, would be like when no one turns up.
Yeah.
Does that happen?
That's happened before.
I think
Really?
We've played like well, not no
Yeah.
one, but like a very small, like less
the
than 10
least people we've played to was about 3, I think.
Right.
It was
Because
really awkward.
you would think. I certainly thought this before we started playing gigs, that playing to more people would be more scary. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
not. It's
No,
really
No,
not.
at all. I'll
It's-
tell you that as well.
See when you're playing to like less than 10 people and you can see everyone's
Yeah.
face watching you.
Totally.
It's terrifying. I hate it.
That's happened to me before in terms of so say we've had 4 shows, and because those 4 shows have sold out, we had to add a 5th show
But
like during the
yeah.
day. So it's great, we get to an extra show. But that day show, maybe there's like 10 people there,
Yeah.
and it's just odd.
Mhm.
But then the other ones are packed, and it's like this is great, and there's
Yeah.
like a sort of atmosphere in the room. But when there's so
yeah,
little people,
That's the thing. See when like, there's little people show up, we're not really feeling it. We still try and like play our best.
yeah,
and all
yeah,
that,
yeah,
but we're not super into it like as much as we would be if there was like 50 people in the room.
Yeah.
The atmosphere
Yeah.
definitely makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
Like a-
we,
it's a
we
buzz,
tend,
isn't it?
we
It's a
tend to
buzz.
play a lot better when there's like a full room of people.
Yeah.
Like the times we played King Tut's, they've been brilliant.
Oh yeah.
'Cause the place
yeah. I've
has
not been
packed
one
both
there
times.
before.
No,
That seems like a
they've
cool
been
venue.
good,
Yeah, it's probably the best venue we've played. It's
Mhm.
really fun.
Yeah. What about the time you did the O2?
That was good.
Or was it the ABC?
The O2 Arena in London. Yeah, that was the best thing.
I was trying to make it sound massive.
The O2 ABC too, which coincidentally burnt down after we played it.
Yeah.
We've got in
Um,
time.
Yeah.
Burnt this place to
was
the ground.
that was a fun gig. It wasn't like
Was
super
good.
busy, but
It was quite busy. There were about 100 folk.
yeah, I think it holds like 400 bucks. So.
Yeah.
I mean, but those are 100 people who enjoyed
Yeah,
it and
yeah.
are now fans. You know what I mean? It's all.
Well, not necessarily.
We do have a super fan. He was at that one.
Yeah, there's this guy.
We won't name him.
No.
We'll keep it anonymous. So this guy that saw us like back last September or something, and he like became obsessed with us. He like, bought our CDs and like got a
He's
picture
a-
with us, got us to sign shit and all that.
He's a lovely
Nice.
guy.
He's
and
came to a
yeah,
couple gigs since. Yeah,
He's
Maybe
always-
we'll be listening to this.
maybe.
He's always messaging us, trying to get like.
He tries to help us out, like get us
places
shows and
and
stuff like that.
Nice.
Because he's quite active in
Yeah,
going to
he's-
gigs and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Do you know, I think that's the most important thing though, like creating these relationships with people.
Yeah.
To me, that's been my biggest thing with this podcast. It's just you need to kind of
networking.
Yeah, that's the
networking.
thing. Like so through playing the gigs and all that, the people we've met and the people
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we now know that we can help us do things and
Yeah.
stuff. Because we first started before we had ever played a gig, we had no idea
That's what
how
I'm
to even
saying.
get a gig.
Because we'd just left school probably around that
Yeah.
time, about a year or
Mhm.
something. And it's like, what do you do? You're just in the middle
The
of.
only reason we got our first gig was because my mum was friends with someone who owned McKill's, the pub that we played our first
Right,
gig
okay.
in. So I went down and I was just like, "Hello, can we play in your pub, please?" He's like, "I can't pay you, but sure."
I think
So how
we
was that
were
then?
we were 17 at the time.
We were both 17. No, we were both 18.
Were we?
We'd only just turned 18.
Ah, yeah.
So when was this?
This was 16th of June 2016.
Right, okay.
That was our first gig.
It's about 2 years ago.
Aye.
Yeah, because your 2-year anniversary was
Yeah.
just there. So how was that then? The first time ever playing?
First time
You
we...
did- you did
really
the
scary.
You did the talent show, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that back in school.
Did I host that year or was that the year after?
Yeah.
No, I was in the audience. I mean, you had no shoes on.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right, yeah, you did that. That's the first thing I ever heard you sing. And I
that
was
was terrible.
Oh, we played with Mark and Hogg and you hosted and we
That's
played,
Yeah, that was the time you
we
hosted.
played under the name More Swag Than Elshan.
More swag than Elshan, yeah.
And
I
then
hosted the talent show.
I got recognised in Cineworld and
That's right. Yeah. Funny story. So we played the school talent show that year, right?
In front of how many? 250 school people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was probably our biggest audience to
Yeah.
this point,
Yeah,
actually.
me
But we played that, and then a couple of weeks later, we were just out at the cinema, just like in town at the weekend,
Mhm.
and he goes to the toilet,
Yeah.
and some wee guy that was there in the audience at our school saw him and went, "Are you the guy from More Swag Than Elshan?" So I was like that. I can
I
recognise.
lost him. I was howling. I just ran back up the seats to find you guys.
It's just this big guy. Are you the guy who went from more swag than Elshan?
Yeah.
Shout out to Elshan, hope he's doing
Shout out
good.
to Elshan, yeah.
This happened to me a few times and I think it's really awkward.
Yeah. Oh no, you told me it was somebody you bumped into that was a fan of the show or something.
We yeah, the podcast that's happened a few times with the podcast, but I'm talking when I was younger and I did YouTube originally. I've done YouTube for years and years and years, but it's only like this past year and a bit that I've tried to properly start doing it. Before it was just like me with a camera just talking about movies and wrestling
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I saw your views have been going up quite a bit.
Subscribers are going up really
Yeah.
well since the start of the year, yeah. So we'd done loads of stuff before, but back in the day, like everybody did YouTube, so it was like this wee community.
Mhm.
Now I feel like it's just me, but there's this big community a few years ago, and we used to go to these autograph signings in Braehead, right? They used to have these in A1 Comics in Braehead, and the queue used to be like all the way down the Braehead shopping centre. And then we'd go to the wrestling show later that night. It was also in the arena in Braehead. And there was one time we were just like, me and Hogs and Camel was there, and we were just sitting there, we were just waiting for the show to start. And then this guy comes in on like the tier below. So we're up the stairs and like the tiered seats, and he comes in the door and he's just shouting up. He's going, CM! Oh, it's you! And I was like, my dad's there looking at me going, who's this? And I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, hello.
That was amazing.
And then later on, me and Hog were leaving. I don't know where Cam was. Me and us went to the toilet or something. We were leaving, and the same guy was coming back in the doors, and he was like, CM! I was like, yes, hi. So awkward. Never know what to do.
That's fantastic.
How old are you?
Oh, I don't know, maybe 14, 15.
Oh my god.
So weird. And then it happened also outside the Hydro. Was just a wee guy, like I don't know, he was maybe 7 or something. He just turned, like I was behind him in the queue, and the guy just turned around to me. He's like, "Are you CM42 TV?" Like the full name, and I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Oh yeah, I watch your YouTube channel." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And he just turned around, and then that was it. It was, okay, so weird. Nah. Oh my god, it's taped live. They're here.
Yeah, it's never happened.
That'll be cool. So anyway, you're telling me about the first gig.
Yeah, first gig. So it was in this pub McCool's, which is down Trongate.
Yeah.
We'd never played a gig or anything, didn't know what to expect, anything like that.
Yeah,
Super nervous.
We nervous, yeah.
We
wrote tape live in like crappy marker, and it was like all over the place on the front of the bass drum skin, and it was just, it was terrible. It was
good.
That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
It was a nice kind of like amateur touch, but yeah.
How long did we even play for? We played for like an hour and a half, didn't we?
Quite a while.
Because we just get given the stage. The guy just said, "Oh, come down at 8 and you can just play for as long as you want."
He was raging because he turned up at like 8:05 as well. He was like, "You're meant to be here at 7," and we were like, "You said 8."
Because we didn't know you're supposed to turn up before you start playing. So we was,
We had no idea what we were
I'm here
doing.
8 o'clock for the start.
Yeah. So but it went all right.
I've still got the bass drum skin.
That's right. Yeah. It went all right.
So did you do original stuff or just covers?
Yeah,
or?
although I think we did one cover. It was Southern Man we did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's basically just all original stuff. Some stuff we still play, some stuff we haven't played since that show because of how badly they went.
Well, basically the first EP, we played a lot. Like, all the
Yeah,
stuff
everything that you hear on our CDs we played there, and still play most of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played our second gig in the same pub again, like a month later.
Yeah.
And then
That's good. You got invited back.
Aye.
You got invited back.
And then I think after that we played in King Tut's for the first time, didn't we?
Well, we played in.
We played a
Railway
few other
Tavern.
wee shows like here around Glasgow and Motherwell.
We played one in the Motherwell. Was that the Railway Tavern? It was really good. One of them was like a really fun gig. It was like an.
You're thinking of the Cath Kinnan and Brothergone. So
yeah.
we sidestep. My cousin has a band who'd asked us to support them. But he's from Ruthergone, so they were playing this gig in Ruthergone in a pub again, so we got us in to support them. And again, we just get let to play for as long as we want.
That's cool.
But that was like our first gig that went quite well, I think.
That was the tambourine incident.
Yeah.
So
Tambourine Gate.
Lewis's cousin was like, "Right, Lewis, come and play guitar with us," and then also.
So one of their last songs, we were like, "Oh, Lewis, come up and play guitar with us."
And then they're like, "Come on, Sal, get up as well." And I was
so obviously they already have a drummer, so they just hand him a tambourine. And he's just shaking his tambourine the whole time.
No way.
There's pictures.
I may have been a little bit drunk.
Oh, that's good.
No, that was good. And then we played King Tut's. Because we applied to play there, we supported a band called the Graveltones, or similar to us, just a 2-piece drummer and a guitarist.
So you apply to?
Yeah, because we had no idea, so we went on the website and we went, how do we play here? And there's like an
your
application.
dad actually
That was my dad that
applied
did it, yeah. So was it this application you fill out and all that? Because at this point we still didn't even know how to get a gig. We'd just been getting asked by people, can you come support us, or like I said, my mum's friend who owns a pub.
Yeah.
But this was like our first proper gig that we had tickets for and stuff like that. So yeah, we applied to play there and get given this supporting slot, supporting the Graveltones, are still one of my favourite bands. They're fantastic.
They're
from New Zealand. Yeah.
Cool.
Quite similar to us.
Yeah.
So like all their fans that were there to watch them, because they're quite big here.
Mm-hmm.
They drew quite a crowd. And everyone that liked them quite liked us.
Nice.
Because we're the same sort of same style.
And because it was the first sort of big stage we played as well, the sound just kind of blew me away. Like the bass from like the kick drum and stuff was just like
first time we played in a proper venue, like a proper PA and sound guy and all that.
Just absolutely buzzing.
That's
the
cool.
And just from there we've sort of just played venues similar.
Yeah, how do you make these relationships with like other bands and stuff? Is it just
people
playing?
Just people you meet, like playing, like most wee gigs you do, like in Glasgow and stuff, there'll be like 3 or 4 bands on the bill.
Yeah,
you just get chatting to them.
So that's how we met Dead Coyotes.
Dead Coyotes,
And we met a couple other bands when we played our first EP launch. We rented the Classic Grand, and we got a couple bands.
You were
It's a good venue.
Yeah, it was awesome, and a couple bands from there we were really good pals with.
Yeah.
I can't remember the names now.
It was
The
what was my
Mans.
cousin's band?
Yeah, your cousin's band, the Yeah Mans, and
Flat Six.
Flat
Flat
Six.
Six are good. They're
They're-
from Perth.
all those.
Yeah, were they the ones that went on after you?
They were on right before us, I think.
Yeah, but they were incredible.
Oh, I'm thinking of another
They,
night.
they probably should have been headlining because
Yeah.
they're definitely.
That's the
better
way to
than
do. We
us.
like to get better people into.
Then we go home with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But no, you make friends with lots of bands and
Yeah.
stuff that you play with.
And we were playing with we know this guy who set us up with a couple of gigs. We did a sort of mini tour in Edinburgh. Well, between Glasgow and to Edinburgh.
mini tour. We
Mini
played
tour.
Glasgow and then Edinburgh the next night. That was
What's
it.
a tour?
It's a
That's-
tour.
We call it a tour.
It's a
Yeah.
trip.
It's a trip, yeah.
But we also got accommodation provided.
Yeah, we it was
It's a drive.
so that one's quite good. That was for a band called Part Time Heroes, who we're quite good friends with. They're kind of like pop punk, Blink-182 type
Nice.
thing. So it was their 2-year anniversary shows they were doing. So they played Glasgow, and then played Bannerman's Bar in Edinburgh the night after.
And there's a wee flat above.
There's a wee
Bannerman's.
flat above Bannerman, so we'd all travelled through there, played the gig, and then got to stay in the flat
Cool.
above for free.
And
That was
just-
fun.
Yeah,
That was good.
a good party.
Yeah, you just kind of let loose now.
Yeah, yeah.
A few more
Place
questions.
is the best, but
What else is there? A few more questions before we go. The name Tape Live, where did it come from?
Well, we've had a few names.
Yeah,
and this is the one
we won't
kinda
go. We
settled
won't go into them.
So there's more swag. No, you need to tell me. More swag than Elshan.
Oh god, we're not.
There was one-
Tell me a few.
I can't
Skin-
even.
Skin
Skint
Dozen.
dozen. I don't even know what that was,
was-
or where that
we
came
were
from.
like-
What was it?
Skint dozen.
Right, okay,
So
nice.
We're skint, and then we were talking about like.
We're skin.
yeah,
Skint.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
That was it. And I don't know where the
Imagine
dozen
that you're
came
playing download one year or something. Where's the name come from? We've just got no money.
from. Not even enough money to come up with a good name.
Yeah.
What else was there? I love your old name.
There was so one time we were trying to come up with a name,
Yeah, that's
and
what you were gonna say.
we just like, why don't we just Google what our names mean?
Yeah.
Like the meaning
Right.
of our name. So we Googled Fraser, right, and it turns out his name-
Revelation. Name's like
Yeah.
Fraser.
Yeah.
Oh,
Side
yeah.
side note.
Stage name Sal.
Stage
real
name is Sal.
Fraser.
Real name Fraser.
We know too many phrases.
We'll go into a wee backstory why you got your nickname Sal.
Yeah.
Should we do that? That'll be interesting.
Okay, sure.
So, since you were born, you were called Fraser Alexander, right?
Yeah.
Since you were born, maybe your parents named you after you were born. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Early days anyway.
So anyway, his second name's Alexander,
Yep.
which rhymes with salamander,
Yeah.
which was discovered
of.
by one of our friends,
Yeah.
who for the longest time called you salamander as like a way to annoy you.
It's more of an insult.
And
yeah.
then so yeah, so
I
like,
just kinda
you're like,
took
oh,
it.
it's salamander, right?
Yeah.
So sort of just roll with it, and then over time it gets shortened to Sal,
Yeah.
and now it's weird calling him Fraser.
Yeah,
Because
it's just what you're
Sal.
known for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Um,
Anyway, so we looked up what our names meant. So
Yeah, so
my
we-
name was Fraser, so we looked up that apparently translated to of the forest men. And
whatever that means. And then my name, we googled it, it means songhouse.
yeah,
So we put the two together and it was Songhouse of the Forest Men. And we
Nice.
thought that was pretty cool.
That's great,
That's
yeah.
a good-
So we stuck with that for a while. This
Songhouse
was
of the Forest Men.
Yeah, this
That's
was
great.
long. This was long before like we ever played that gig or
Yeah.
anything like
Yeah.
that, obviously. So that was what we were masquerading as for a while.
yeah.
But then we thought it was too long and people wouldn't get it and it was weird. So
Songhouse of the.
like imagine that like on a
Forest
poster
Men.
for like a
Forest
bands. It's like bands.
Yeah, but it's like Catfish at the bottom, and they'd call just
I
call
know
you Catfish.
that's I compared it to that at the time and I thought that's quite good. But then
Yeah.
people kept saying, "Oh, it's too long."
Right.
So we've tried to come up with something else, and I quite like the idea of having an oxymoron as the name. So like two words that contradict each other. Like
Yeah.
quiet loud, for
Yeah,
example, or something.
yeah.
So we just googled like a list
That's
of
cool.
a list of oxymorons, and Taped Live was on it, and it can't because Taped obviously
It's
it's
not live.
pre-recorded,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
live.
Is now.
And that sort of just jumped out of the both of us,
And
and
we
we
just
just kind of stuck with
yeah.
it. We're kind of stuck with it. now.
Well,
Yeah, you get no choice now.
We can't
Yeah.
change it.
we
So
wrote
I-
it on the bass drum. It kind of stuck at
Yeah,
that point.
yeah.
It's one of those ones as well. Like it doesn't matter what you call yourself because at first, no matter what it is, if it's Songhouse at the Forestman,
Yeah.
if it's whatever, More Swag and Elshan,
Skin
it's
doesn't.
the skin doesn't. At the start, you're like, "What is this name? Makes
Yeah.
no sense." But then it just becomes your name.
Yeah.
It's just what you're known
Yeah.
for. You know, it's like any band.
So we're kind of stuck with it now. But
Yeah.
I think our plan is when we do our first album, we'll call that Songhouse of the Forest Men.
Yeah, that's great.
Because that's a
Yeah.
good album title. I quite like that.
It's a good name for like a
We-
film or something.
We maybe need a song that goes with that or something. We'll figure that out.
We'll
It's
figure
just
that
like
out.
rainforest noises and stuff like that.
I get the bongos it.
So in terms of the future and stuff like that, what gigs you got coming up? Where can folk find you?
Well, we're playing a gig in the 1st of September. It's called Gig in the Grounds. So it's out towards Lanark that way. And from what I gather, it's like a sort of mini day festival type thing. We've been given a slot at it. That should be quite fun. It's all these will be on our Facebook and all that. We've not announced them yet, but well, I guess this is us announcing them.
Yeah.
But they'll be on our Facebook. So if you want to catch us at a gig, then go on our Facebook and see events on that. We're also playing 2 in October as well. I think it's the 12th and 13th. So 12th we're playing in Glasgow, 13th Note, which is one of our favourite venues.
We've played there like 5 times.
Been there to see you guys. It's been good there.
We like it in there, and then we're playing Bathgate the night after.
Oh, nice.
Which should be interesting.
Yeah,
so
we might have
people that know us in Bathgate.
Yeah. We might have some more gigs towards the end of the year.
We were hoping to try and get the Fringe again because we did that last year.
Yeah, we played at the Fringe in Edinburgh last year. That was really good.
That was awesome.
Nice outdoor stage.
Yeah, we never played outdoors before, so that was really like a nice change of pace.
Well, but audience-wise, was that quite good?
That was busy, yeah, because they had like a bar set up on top of Waverley Station.
Yeah.
And a big outdoor stage, and it was a really sunny day in the middle of August, so the place was packed.
It was.
Mostly people just try to sit and enjoy their food and drink.
And the sun, and you're just like...
we're just like... yeah.
But we got given an hour and a half to play as well, so we just enjoyed it.
And we get paid for it as well.
Yeah, nice. That's all that matters these days, I'm telling you. What has been your favourite gig you've done?
Tuts.
Yeah, probably one of the Tuts. Probably the second Tuts gig I liked.
I think we played better than the second Tuts gig. But
the first one was a better night.
The first one was just so, because it was new as well.
And it was our first like proper
gig.
Yeah.
But both of them were so good.
Mm-hmm. I quite liked the audio gig.
The audio gig was really fun.
Great.
Classic Grand as well. Like the ones we set up are always really fun because like, we know all the bands and
that's another thing. Like through doing these gigs, we've found it's better to just put on your own gigs. I think. Yeah. In terms of like,
if you can get the numbers.
Yeah. In terms of music that you listen to, what do you like? Royal Blood, because I always assumed that was somewhat of inspiration for the two of you. Yeah. Was Royal Blood just because of the style?
They kind of spurred us on more than anything because we'd started our thing before they
before
we found out about them. So we'd been doing this like 2-piece thing and all that, and having the amps and all that, and making up these songs. And then they came out. I think it was a Little Monster. I showed you, and I was like, "Look at these people I've just found," and showed him it, and he's like, "Oh fuck,
that's already taken."
But we're keeping going. We're keeping going. But Royal Blood are a big influence on us.
Lewis is like massively influenced by like the White Stripes and Queens of the Stone Age, and you kind of hear that in his guitar style, like a lot of the songs. I don't know.
What about Black Keys?
Black Keys, yeah.
Kind of more earlier on, I think. Maybe less so now, but earlier on we used to
They've not even put anything out for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
Well, what about things that you just like to listen to?
Just like to listen to, just like random shit.
No inspiration needed, just whatever you like.
I like a bit of Taylor Swift. I like a bit of Taylor Swift.
That's not what I expected.
I was not sure if you were joking or not, but that's good.
No, like just like there's two types of music, right? There's music. There's music you have on, right? Just to have on music, that would be Taylor Swift. There's music you listen to, right? That's your good kind of music.
I'm the same, man.
I don't know, it just changes. Sometimes I'm in the mood where I just want to listen to the Beatles for like 2 days straight, and I do that.
We've been practicing Helter Skelter by the
Beatles. We're working on a version of that.
Which is really fun to play.
Cool. What about you, Sam?
I listen to kind of more heavier stuff, but I've branched
heavier than Taylor Swift?
Not much.
I did not know there was such a thing.
But like I've branched out a bit more recently and listened a bit of hip hop, listened a bit of like classic rock.
I do try and listen to a bit of everything. Because if you listen to the one genre constantly, that's all you're going to.
You get more of it as well.
That's all you're going to produce yourself.
My Spotify playlist is the weirdest ever.
Yeah,
I have everything.
I love a bit of country.
Now we're talking.
Yes.
Country. I love George Strait. You ever heard of George Strait? I recommend you George Strait.
Okay.
Because anytime that I've ever gone through something sad, I've been angry, I've been happy about something, I need to chill out. George has a song for everything.
George is there.
George is there. So I keep talking about when we were in America, but like we had a little game as a family. We all had to pick an obscure artist that we were going to hear on the radio. Like, because American radio is fucking bonkers,
so
right?
You pick an artist, and then if you hear that artist,
my dad picked the Foo Fighters, my mum picked Lady Antebellum, Rachel, my sister, picked One Direction, because obviously they're not a thing anymore, so it'd be good if they came on. And then I picked George Strait. And everybody's artist came on within the first 3 days, and nothing happened until the very last day, day 14 of my holiday. George came on the radio.
Nice.
It's perfect.
Nice.
It's there,
So I recommend George. But yeah, sorry, carry on. Any other artists?
Oh, well, you said the Foo Fighters there.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah, Foo Fighters.
They're awesome. We went to see them at Murrayfield.
Yeah,
We're all
awesome.
supporting them.
Yeah, that was
That was an
fantastic.
awesome
Fantastic
gig.
show.
I would admit.
Fratellis as well. They're
Mhm.
an awesome band. I've recently discovered a new genre of music that I'm quite liking. It's called chill hop.
Chill hop.
Nice.
Tell me about this.
It's like a hip hop but chill. It's excellent.
No.
It's really good.
So an artist would be.
Well, it's kind of more like remixes of older hip hop songs, as well as also new stuff. But well, if you just on Spotify, there's like a lo-fi chill hop playlist, and it's got a lot of amazing stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
The idea of genres fascinates me. Like
There's so
when
many.
when
Yeah.
see when a new genre comes out,
Yeah.
you're like,
Where does that happen?
where's this come from? How has this not
Yeah.
been a thing before?
Yeah.
I
I got crazy into electro swing like last year, which is like
oh yeah, there's that like the wee like ragtime piano,
Yeah.
and then it's like
Yeah.
that's fucking brilliant. I love them.
Nice.
they're awesome. They're just
Yeah.
like so happy, and you just like.
I just think you need a bit of everything. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I've got literally everything. I like my favourite stuff is like heavier stuff,
Mhm.
but like I could be listening to Motorhead, and then Alter Bridge comes on, and then
Yeah.
Fozzy comes on,
Shine,
then
Shinedown.
Shinedown. Big fan of the new album's great, and then and whoever and come on, and then next could be George Strait, or next could be whatever, and like
Love a bit of Kenny Rogers.
can't beat the gambler.
Can't
Yeah.
beat Kenny Rogers.
It's good to have that variety.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin as well. Probably Led Zeppelin are up in the top 3 bands.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we covered Moby Dick at the audio gig.
Yeah, that's funny. Right, yeah, so we've always wanted to cover a Led Zeppelin song, right? But Robert Plant has such a distinctive singing voice, there's no way I could possibly match it in any way. So we picked the Led Zeppelin song.
Make it your own.
We picked the Led Zeppelin song to cover, there's no lyrics in it whatsoever. So it's just an instrumental, and
That's
their,
cool.
their version is like this riff, and then there's this like 5-minute long drum solo in it, and Sal then turns around and says, "I'm not doing that." So we just sort of morph this version of it, where it's just like it's just a fun song to play.
It's great fun to play.
Right. Well, there we go. So next gig September 1st.
Yep.
Yes.
Where?
It's called
Good
Gig
question.
in the Grounds. It's in Lanark somewhere.
Okay,
It'll
so
be on our Facebook.
all
Facebook.
information,
Yeah.
facebook.com/taped live. You find all the music on Spotify, and as always, we're always here on the good bit if you want to listen to some taped live. Hear the theme song, it's 7 Sounds. Take My Picture is the EP. What else is it? You get Twitter, you get any other
We're on
social
Twitter
media?
and that stuff. Any social media.
We're on
stuff.
Instagram, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, and YouTube as well with all the sort of video content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this has been fun. Thank you for doing
This
this.
has been fun.
Thanks for having us.
And hopefully we can continue to work together to try and spread the word of both projects.
Yep.
Spread the good bit.
Thanks, folks. Until next time, this has been the Good Bed Podcast. Recognize.
Seven sounds in my ear, and I don't know which ones to hear. Seven sounds in my ear, and I don't know which ones to feel, ones to feel, ones to feel. Words come from you, I don't know what to do, 'cause you can't hear these seven sounds in